The Prime The Prime Minister Nabanja says that the meeting attended by all the line ministries at the office of the Prime Minister, including the East African Community Affairs, Transport and Works, Health, the Attorney General, among others, resolved that negative PCR results within a period of 72 hours be respected.
Is that we have all agreed that our health officials at our port health should respect the PCR test from Kenya as long as it is within 72 hours period. Then we have also agreed that we must test everybody who is coming into the country, such that we can save Ugandans from these many variants that are coming into the country. We cannot allow to report such risky variants.
The Right Honourable says that the Cabinet will decide on the threat of COVID-19 testing being administered by private companies, but as for now, they will continue to implement the exercise. She assured Ugandans that they cannot allow in the country people who are not vaccinated and tested.
Make other decisions, whether it should be the private people to test or government. As of now, the status quo remains. The private people will continue to test, but we respect all those people who come in with a negative PCR test from Kenya. And we hope that will clear the long queue of trucker drivers at the border of Malaba and Busia.
The move seeks to protect Ugandans against numerous COVID-19 variants that have hit the world. She, however, warned Ugandans against forging vaccination certificates because the vaccines are for the good of the country.
Fellow Ugandans, I want you to desist from forgeries, forging the test results, forging vaccination cards. When you are not yet vaccinated, go and vaccinate and get a valid certificate. It's not really good for you to keep forging, because then you will keep the lives of other people in danger and your life in danger. And therefore, I want to encourage Ugandans to go and vaccinate and stop forgeries. Otherwise, the law will catch up with you.
Currently, Kenya allows those within 14 days after testing, while Uganda allows people who have tested in a period of 72 hours. Irene Faith Nantongo, UBC News.
Now, in regard to school charges, the guidelines provide that 1. S2 learners who had paid full fees when they reported back for the term, which started on 31st May 2021, they should not be charged any more fees for the first term of 2022. I hope parents are listening, teachers are listening, and I wish you could perhaps sometimes get a pen and a paper and write down these guidelines, because I know that social media come up and bring up new ideas and they confuse you. But this is the Ministry of Education guidelines that we gave you before, and I'm repeating for you today. The guidance on school fees issued by the Ministry of Education and Sports should be adhered to by all schools, as I have just said. 2. The managers of schools are advised to put on hold for a while major infrastructure development projects that are funded from parents' contributions. 3. A negative COVID-19 test result should not be a precondition for allowing learners back in school, especially those ones who are under 18 years old who are not being vaccinated. And I'll say a little more of this. Therefore, schools should desist from charging parents for COVID-19 tests or requiring that learners present negative results of COVID-19 before they are allowed in school. We think that instead, schools shall effectively implement the COVID-19 standard operating procedures for education institutions and the COVID-19 school-based surveillance mechanism for early detection. The schools should also ensure that all staff and learners aged 18 years and above, those ones should be vaccinated. Schools in Kampala, in Mpigi, in Mukono, and Wakiso are further guided to follow the staggered reporting schedule issued by the Permanent Secretary to minimize congestion at transport terminals, which could put learners at the risk of COVID-19 infection and other challenges, like happened last time when the students were going home. I'd like to inform the country that the Ministry of Education and Sports is taking steps to comprehensively but fairly and equitably address the issue of unregulated school charges. Finally, I appeal to the managers of schools to appreciate the financial challenges that most families are being faced with under the current circumstances and the spirit in which the Ministry of Education and Sports guidance on school charges for first term on 2022 is being made. Please understand. The ministry will not tolerate situations where parents are charged school fees twice or where unrealistically high charges are imposed on parents. I thank you for listening to me, and I want to use this opportunity to welcome all students and learners back to school. We are all excited to see this happen in our country again because we've waited long for it. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
The rolled-out school-based surveillance model intends to ensure safe reopening of schools and the well-being of students at school premises amidst the vigilance of COVID-19 management.
To happen is that the system is in the health department. We have the biostatistician who will enter the data. We will collect information about the children on daily basis from every school.
The Ministry of Education and Sports has directed all schools to establish a task force team of 7, including a student representative. This team will be mandated to update the Ministry of Health the status of COVID-19 management in schools daily through Health Center 3s.
All Health Center 3s will be alert. We are trying to link the schools to the nearest health center because primary schools are in parishes, secondary schools are in sub-county, and in sub-county we have the health center 3.
The digital systems have been generated by the ministry to enable the smooth operation of this initiative.
We have system, we have put in place how to prevent any information that may not be accurate, may be fake. So that is not a point to worry.
Minister Kaduchu has appealed to schools to handle isolated cases of teenage pregnancies as government guided. Local leaders, including RDCs, have been appealed to support the program by ensuring observance of schools in their vicinities.
This is clear. During this time of COVID, many girls gotten pregnant, they have delivered. For those girls who have delivered, we are calling them back to come to school. They have a second chance. Many of you ladies who are here, you might have also gotten second chance. The RDCs, the LC5, LC3, LC1, in every village, we need them to take stock quickly, those girls. Those who cannot come back to the formal education would be taken for skilling.
Several teachers and head teachers from both public and private schools have been trained about this initiative of school-based surveillance. UNICEF is at the forefront of creating awareness across the country.
Mental health training of the teachers, of the medical personnel, as well as of different volunteers who are like paramedicals is very important.
It is now approximately 2 years when schools are closed as a measure to control the spread of COVID-19. The reopening was announced by the government, slated on 10th of this month of January, and several initiatives have been brought to boost psychosocial well-being of stakeholders in the education sector. Abdul Nasir Lobama, UBC News.
Pachar and Zaid 4,000 certificates, the CCOs, were issued.
The Lands Minister Judith Nabakoba has recounted the 2021 ministry's journey.
Through the Uganda Land Fund, the ministry is enabling several lawful and bona fide Bibanja owners to acquire registered interests.
She was addressing the journalists in Kampala when midway the media raised the ongoing friction at the Uganda Land Commission, the government's land custodian.
ULC is under investigations by the IGG, police, and also we asked for a forensic audit from the Office of the Auditor General.
Without hesitation, Minister Nabakova retorted.
We have to acknowledge that ULC is messed up. That is a fact. I cannot hide it. It is messy. We need to streamline it. We need to clean it. It needs processes to be in place. Right now, it is very difficult to finding processes. And as a minister, according to Article 117, I'm held individually accountable to HE on the administration of my ministry. And ULC is under this ministry. I cannot see it messy, and I keep quiet because I'm individually accountable to His Excellency, who is the appointing authority. This investigation was requested by them. They started it. So let us allow the due process of the law to take course. Whatever the outcome, we shall oblige. I've been here for less than 6 months. So I'm doing my work. Nze ndimbwa ya mugagga ekuuma gate. Okulongoosa bwe kiba kyetaagisa okulongoosa.
Earlier on Tuesday this week, Uganda Land Commission chairperson Beatrice Nyakaisi Kibyencha told journalists that the dupe and quench for the land fund had landed her into trouble.
We just landed on a list from somewhere, and we found that over 677 people had been fully paid with their names and just landed on it.
Me, when you talk about the land fund, the commission is bigger than the land fund. Have they taken trouble to register government land wherever it is and keep it safe? Have you ever seen them saying that so and so is grabbing government land? We are under attack, you people. Where is the register? We need the register. Me, I have never accessed it for the last 5 months I've been here. So me, I'm looking at bigger things than the fund.
Although Bianca then noted that she is still in charge of the commission, having secured a court injunction over her interdiction by the IGG, Minister Judith Nabakova reiterated that the office is under the guide of a tentative administration and open to members of the public.
Then there's a court order, interim court order. So the interim court order just deflates everything.
Everybody who is appointed by the president, we are not above the law. It is only the president who's not touched by the law. But the rest of us, we are not above the law. That's one thing. We let us not use the president, his cover, to stop or deny investigations to take place. Even if it's me, I cannot, because I was appointed by the president, nobody is supposed to investigate me. No, let us not drag the president.
On the other hand, Lands Minister Judith Nabakova told journalists that the 2022 ministry priorities is the amendment of the Land Act, the implementation of the Physical Planning Pact, among others. The ministry will also roll off the automation of its services by 1st March this year. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Kampala Capital City Authority has carried out an operation in downtown Kampala to evict roadside traders off the streets as the mechanism of making Kampala free from roadside vendors.
Naye mbadde nsaba president ow'ekitiibwa taata ojjukire nti mu mabegakawo tubadde mu struggle, tubadde mu lockdown, embeera nga obadde ogiraba, wabaddewo endwadde, era nga nsaba otuleke tukole bambi.
Kati nga nze oyinza okyogera ku ekyo kyo kya bulijjo okukolera ku street nga gwe bw'ova ewaka n'ogamba akajja okole, nange gwe nva ewange nga nzize nkole ku street kuba siina ssente nti ngenda kupangisa gundi ekizimbe wali nti oba ki.
Tubonaabona mu mbeera gye tubonaabonamu nzibu.
By press time, the ever-congested non-motorized transport corridor with roadside traders was empty. At Chikubo Lane, heavy deployment is seen with hundreds of stools used by roadside traders bungled on trucks.
Ate niwe nakola etya omutembe nga ffe abatemi tulina okusigala nga mwe tuli kubanga tetulina akulaga. Kati nze ndi mulema sobola kuyingira dduuka, siina sente ne ka bizinesi kange kano kati nakatwala mu dduuka nakasasuza ki.
In a hide-and-seek game, when vendors see KCCA enforcement personnel, they vanish from the streets with their merchandise and wait for the enforcement team to retreat and vending business resumes afresh.
Leero wasitekansira abayiseemu embeera nzikakkamu tubalinze naffe tulyoke tuteekewo olw'eggulogulaawo naffe tulyoke tunoonyeemu kye tunoonyaamu.
Batugoba ku nguudo olw'ensonga batugamba tetukkirizibwa kukolera wano eno. Naye ng'ekizibu ekiriyo mu butale gye batusindika, obutale bwajjula, ekyokubiri bwa bbeeyi, n'ekyokusatu tetulina kapito gwe nnina taweza $20,000. Bansindika mu katale nino sasula omudaala. Ssente ze ngenda okusasula omudaala ngenda zijja nga ne kapito gwe nnina tawera.
Kampala Capital City Authority was given mandate to manage and control the city under Kampala Capital City Act 2010. Tumwine Brian Byaruhanga, UBC News.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more thank you points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 thank you points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More thank you points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your thank you points, dial *141#.
Everywhere you go, MTN. Raising voices.
As a teacher, I have the opportunity to shape how children grow and learn. I believe in creating a non-violent school where children feel safe and respected. I promise to lead by example and create a different kind of relationship with my learners, one that helps them grow.
In this time of COVID, what is your promise to the children of Uganda? Because a violence-free childhood is everyone's right. Raising voices.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs.
I'm Sendi Kaduamating, a student of Chambogo University. I've been a lucky winner of 10 million Ugandan shillings, and I'm really excited as I'm ending this year with all that lots of money. Guys, it's real. Just dial *185#.
The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Parents, guardians, and caregivers, there's a confirmed polio outbreak in Kampala, and therefore the Ministry of Health will conduct a national house-to-house polio immunization campaign. The first round of the campaign will take place from Friday, the 14th of January to Sunday, the 16th of January 2022 in all districts of Uganda. During the National House-to-House Polio Immunization Campaign, health workers will come to your homes and immunize all your children under 5 years of age. Please note that the National House-to-House Polio Immunization Campaign does not replace the routine immunization. The polio vaccine is safe, effective, and free.
Parents, guardians, and caregivers, please ensure that all your children under 5 years of age are immunized against polio during the National House-to-House Immunization Campaign from Friday 14th January to Sunday 16th January 2022. The dates for the second round of the campaign will be announced in due course. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF, World Health Organization, and partners.
Sasula era gulanga okozesa Airtel Money owangula obutitimbe bw'ensimbi. Tutaddewo billion emu n'ekitundu yakwewangulira buli lw'okozesa Airtel Money.
Sebali kwa Patrick, ndi agent wa Airtel Money, era nawangudde million 2. Era ndi musanyufu nnyo. Ndi awo nga nyiga *185# hasi.
Joko bokuza Airtel Money, joko bokuyola kafuwa sirinji. Airtel Money, ya buliwo, yesigika, teri konsalo. It's the 2021 Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations. Live, free, and exclusive to your public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Enjoy convenience today with Airtel Money School Pay. Dial *185#. Select option 6, school fees. Select option 2, school pay. Select option 1, pay fees. Enter student number. Enter the amount. Enter the PIN number to complete payment. Beat the back-to-school hustle today. Pay school fees conveniently using Airtel Money. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Today in history. Former President Nelson Mandela, only surviving son, MacArthur Mandela, died of HIV/AIDS in the Linksfield Hospital in Johannesburg. His father put up a brave face and announced that his son had HIV/AIDS. He stressed that being open about HIV/AIDS was the only way to stop people regarding it as an extraordinary thing for which people go to hell and not to heaven.
As a measure to As a measure to address unemployment in slum areas, Uganda Plastic Manufacturers and Recyclers Association have donated briquette-making machines worth 100 million shillings. KCC Executive Director Dorothy Kisaka handed over the machines to the youth and advised them to utilize the machines to eradicate poverty.
This is a capital investment. This is a seed. This is a plant they've been given. They have to turn it into something useful. They have to invest to work, they have to invest their labor, they have to bring the factors of production, which will turn these machines into something really profitable.
She, however, warned them against littering plastics and breaking the laws.
We don't have to be people who throw rubbish in that bad way. We need to think in a smart way, not only because somebody is looking at us, but because we are totally transformed. If I drink my bottle, I can keep it in my car or in my handbag until I get to a place where it can be disposed of.
The Uganda Plastic Manufacturers and Recyclers Association Executive Director Moses Ategeka appealed to everyone to get involved in addressing the issue of plastic waste.
It's the management of waste, plastic waste, which is a consulted effort by all and a need by all plastic players. Plastic players are supposed to install production lines and recycling lines so that they are able to collect from the field where they are littered, and then also pay those who collect them to feed the recycling factories. That's exactly what we're doing.
The presidential advisor on ghetto youth affairs, Mark Bugembe, says they are still faced with a challenge of getting a permanent place of operation.
Emirimu nga 10 gigenda kubeerawo newankubadde tulina challenge eriemu. Challenge eriemu gye tugenda okusinkana maama tugenda kutuuza byuma byaffe bino. Twetaaga ettaka tugenda okutuuza ebyuma bino mulo.
The machines are made in Uganda and are intended to address unemployment, mainly in slum areas. Story compiled by Andrew Sebira for UBC News.
CES opening day typically produces a mad rush to be first to the exhibit booths. This year, it's socially distancing and relative calm, a far cry from previous year crowds of 170,000 people. But many are just happy the show happened at all.
I am absolutely thrilled to get back to being with people who are focusing on innovation in a very big way.
While numerous big tech companies like Microsoft and Amazon pulled out of in-person events, Sony continued its traditional Media Day show. Spider-Man and Sony Pictures star Tom Holland made a special appearance introducing his new movie Uncharted, which is based on a video game.
I think when you watch this film, you'll really feel the authenticity of the action and the fighting and the stunts, and nothing will seem fake.
Sony also revealed yet another ambition. On my left, you can see the Vision S EV concept car that was shown before, but they just unveiled the Vision S number 2 model. Very few details on specifications, but it all goes to show how tech companies are unafraid to cross into new frontiers. During CES,
The National Rugby League returns to default setting in a home and away format that will stretch for a single year running. Defending champions Cobs host Impies in their first league game of the season this Saturday.
We've been able to promote some of our players from the junior team. We've had guys doing pre-season with the club and individually, so I believe our players have been putting in the work, and this season they deserve to showcase their efforts. So I believe in the players, and they have done great this pre-season. So we are properly prepared mentally and physically.
Unlike before, more activations, prize money and better organization are at play after confirming of a 2.6 billion shilling sponsorship package from Nile Breweries. Nile Breweries takes over the league for a period of 3 years in what they termed as a league of unmatched, in line with Nile Special, recently unmatched in God-launched campaign.
To us, the new package is a reaffirming the relationship between rugby and Nile Breweries, because it's important to have a sponsor and a assured sponsor. And why it's very important and key is the fact that for the first time we've signed a 3-year contract. We normally sign 1 year. We're not sure about what's going to happen, but now we're sure at least for the next 3 years we are moving with Now Special, the partner for the league. So it's very important, and with the return to play, the issues we have gone through, there's no better way than signing this contract when the economy is getting back to normal.
COVID-19 affected the league, limiting the number of spectators at every venue. But with the full reopening of the economy, the Rugby Union assures of standard operating procedures. Other games lined up over the weekend include Rams hosting Mongas at Makerere, Hathens up against Buffaloes at Chadondo, Pirates play Hippos at Kings Park, while Warriors will face Rhinos later at Legends.
Starting with the big boys, it's not a bad way for us. It's a good one, and we are looking forward to getting in shape.
Everyone deserves more this festive season, which is why MTN Momo is giving you more thank you points on your MTN Momo withdrawals at agent locations. Get 150 thank you points for every 1,000 shillings spent in withdrawal fees. More thank you points means you get more free minutes, more free MBs, more free SMSs, and more free Momo Pay shopping. To use your thank you points, dial *141#.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Enjoy convenience today with Airtel Money School Pay, FlexiPay or Bridge Schools. To pay school fees using FlexiPay, dial *185#. Select option 6 School Fees. Select option 3 FlexiPay. Enter the school code. Enter the student number. Enter the amount. Enter the PIN number to complete payment. Pay school fees conveniently using Airtel Money. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Shopping needs this Christmas, come to Capital Shoppers. We have a variety of items like gift hampers, foods, garments, cosmetics, and all sorts of drinks. Enjoy your shopping experience this festive season at affordable prices in our fully stocked branches in the following areas: in Tinder Stretcher Road, opposite Makerere Business School along Port Bell Road, Duster Street opposite Nakasero Market, and Garden City on Yusuf Lule Road. To all our customers and suppliers, we thank you for your continuous support. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe, wash your hands, sanitize, and wear your mask always.
The family of Mr. Chibedi Ismail of Kaabuma village, Wakiso district, announces the disappearance of their daughter Habiba Nakasua, a 16-year-old senior 1 student of Green Stars High School, Entebbe. Habiba Nakasua was sent to a nearby shop to buy groceries on 15th December 2021 and has not returned yet. The family appeals to whoever has seen Habiba Nakasua to contact the parents on 0772 896 265 or 0701 896 265 or report to the nearest police station. A big reward awaits.
Parents, guardians, and caregivers, there's a confirmed polio outbreak in Kampala, and therefore the Ministry of Health will conduct a national house-to-house polio immunization campaign. The first round of the campaign will take place from Friday, the 14th of January to Sunday, the 16th of January 2022 in all districts of Uganda. During the National House-to-House Polio Immunization Campaign, health workers will come to your homes and immunize all your children under 5 years of age. Please note that the National House-to-House Polio Immunization Campaign does not replace the routine immunization. The polio vaccine is safe, effective, and free.
Parents, guardians, and caregivers, please ensure that all your children under 5 years of age are immunized against polio during the National House-to-House Immunization Campaign from Friday 14th January to Sunday 16th January 2022. The dates for the second round of the campaign will be announced in due course. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF, World Health Organization, and partners.